I'm here coincidentally. I just arrived at LaGuardia because of media requests, and as I got into my hotel, I'm Andrew Breitbart, by the way. We reported this at Big Government and Big Journalism, and I'm here coincidentally. I did not know that they were going to be announcing this, so I'm just staying at a hotel about 3 blocks away, so I just decided to come by and see what he had to say.
So how positive are you that what you reported is back out?
Specifically, I mean, we're reporting a lot of things here, such as at first, I think we were vindicated at first after a 3-day frenzy of trying to attack my journalism, my websites on the nature of the initial hack story. Everything that we reported was true in that story. We didn't get into conjecture. We didn't name the girl, yet Salon.com and Joan Walsh, I think, played the role that Congressman Weiner wanted, was to try and attack the messenger, and she falsely claimed that I had named the girl in Seattle. That wasn't true. And also said that I had savaged the girl in Seattle. In fact, that was Gawker. Once it was found that it was Gawker and not me, there's no apology from Salon.com. This was all an attempt. The strategy in the first weekend was to try and say if we attack Breitbart, then by the time we get to Tuesday, it will no longer be there. Yeah, that's strange to me as well. I don't have any answers to it. I'm here also to get some answers as well. This is a coincidence that we'll be able to be as straight and honest with you as humanly possible. I was there on Friday night at around 7 or 7:30 with my wife when I looked at my iPad and I saw that somebody retweeted something from his account. I clicked on it, I looked at the image, and maybe I'm dense or something, but it took me about 14, 15 seconds to go, what could this possibly be? And I was like, oh, I know exactly what that is. And what happened is we realized that we had a tip in our tip box that had come previously, that came on May 20th, where a person representing this woman said that they had some incriminating photos. And so it was on that evening that I tried to contact that tipster. I was able to contact that person's point person on Saturday. The person was out of range because of Memorial Day weekend. We weren't able to talk until Tuesday. We weren't able to agree upon anything. And then on Friday, the woman reached out to me. This last Friday. I have yet to meet her. And this has been independently corroborated, the content that was put on the website by a major news bureau.
So the release of the photos today is that...
Here, this, sir.
So the release of the photos today is just in an effort to clear your own name and clear...
Well, no, this is an ongoing story. This is a compelling story, but I certainly did not like that he doubled down on this is about Breitbart problem. I mean, if he's going to come up here and take some form of culpability here, he was party to a campaign for 72 hours that weekend to allow for the left-wing blogosphere, including the Daily Cost, to accuse me of being the hacker. Are there any repercussions for journalism on the left when they falsely claim that I'm the hacker? Marcos Malitzis of the Daily Cost will not apologize. In fact, he admitted that he named the girls, the underage girls, because they had the wrong politics. At what point does Meet the Press say we're no longer going to allow Marcos Malitzis on the air? Why is there no accountability for an entire weekend of false reporting that was based upon what I believe was Congressman Weiner's strategy to blame the messenger? Carrie Pickett. I'm not going to get into a graphic description, but to suffice to say it's of an X-rated nature. I'm not here to get into how Congressman Weiner should respond to this. My biggest problem, I'll talk about this later for another time. I'm here to answer some of the basic questions. Everything we've reported about this story has been true.
Mr. Breitbart, why did you put this on the web in the first place? What were you trying to achieve?
Well, it's clearly a news story. Why are you trying to challenge a
not
blatant news story?
challenging, I'm asking.
Look,
What's the news about it?
okay, we received a tweet that came from his official Twitter page, sent out to a woman in Seattle. We did not go with the story until after we saw that the congressman took down all of his photos, and the woman in Seattle took down her Facebook account and her Twitter account, and even worse, he went to his Twitter page to claim that he was hacked. We only wrote the story after a sitting congressman claimed that his computer system had been invaded by a hacker. If this isn't how.
Is this revenge for Christine?
How is it revenge? The story played itself out in real time. There was zero premeditation involved in this. This is a legitimate story, and this is a continual attempt to blame the messenger. And that's what this press conference is. There's at least one more. There's at least one more photo.
How long have you had it?
No, I don't. I'm not sitting back with a cache. This process happened absolutely organically as it relates to my motivations and my website's motivations.
Do you think Weiner should resign?
I don't have an opinion on that. That's for him to decide and his constituency and the Democratic leadership.
Could you reiterate what you were saying about to those who say that your journalism here is suspect?
What?
To those who accuse you that your journalism is somehow suspect here, what do you tell those folks?
Oh, well, the Acorn story is interesting because everybody says selectively edited, selectively edited, selectively edited. And when Hannah and James came to me, I said that the mainstream media, they didn't come to me because I have a big satellite van out in front. I had a basement in Los Angeles. Why did they come to me? They knew that the mainstream media wouldn't want to see a story about President Obama's vaunted community organizing group behaving in such a nefarious fashion. They came to me because I had to figure out a way to go around the president's protectors in the mainstream media, and I did. But I told them, you're going to be held to a different standard. And James put his edited videos, okay? He truncated time just like every person in this room does. But I said what we're going to do is we're going to put the full transcripts and the full audio of these visits so that nobody suspects that you cut these things up to put words into their mouths. I have no intention at this point to release that photo. I'm not waiting for anything. I want to hear the truth. I want to hear the truth from Congressman Weiner. Quite frankly, I'd like an apology for him being complicit in a blame the messenger strategy. That was clear what happened. 72 hours in Palm Springs with your family is excruciating when you are being challenged. Andrew, why aren't you on vacation? Why won't you get off the phone? Because I'm being accused of being the hacker against a congressman. He said nothing. He allowed for that to go. His minions perpetuated that false, malicious meme, and then he went on CNN to attack me. I feel he was complicit. What? Yeah, you're Marsha, aren't you? You can talk. The girl story, I believe, will be on World News tonight, and I think she'll be available. She can talk to you more specifically about the ways with which she received these photos. She's the one who is attesting to the fact that it came from Congressman Weiner. I've seen it. I've seen a lot of this congressman's body at this, and he's in very good shape. And it appears to be his body. I know.
Sir, with all due respect, why should we believe your story?
Okay, everything that I've said so far has come to be true. I'd like to hear one. The media says Breitbart lies, Breitbart lies, Breitbart lies, Breitbart lies. Give me one example of a provable lie. One.
Do you believe he's done anything?
One. Journalists, one, put your reputation on the line here. One provable lie.
Then why won't you release the photo?
Do you know what I would be accused of if I released this photo? I'm doing this to save his family, okay? And if this guy wants to start fighting with me again, I have this photo. But I absolutely do. I'm not doing this for nefarious purposes. I'd like an apology from him for allowing for his political protectors, this was his strategy, was to blame me for hacking. Oh, don't worry, Breitbart's our regular whipping boy. We can accuse him of anything, and the press will not hold those journalists to account no matter what they say. And so I'm here for some vindication. I'm not saying I'm looking, no, it's not dependent upon that. It's not dependent upon that. I'm trying to do the decent thing here. I'm trying to do the decent thing here and not release the photo. If this guy decides to start attacking me and saying that I'm making all this stuff up like he did last week, and he wants to fight with fire, I mean, come on, it is news, my friend. It is news. And I know of countless other websites and news organizations that would put this out there.
Your conviction that Weiner living a quasi-double life and emailing himself to women that the president know about, is that essentially your conviction?
Excuse me?
Your contention that the Congress is living a double life is certainly...
You know what? I'm trying to put the pieces together of this myself. I mean, it's not as Friday of Memorial Day, and I've been sick for much of the last week and a half. I get this tweet sent to me. It was also sent to Ariana Huffington, the person who saw this tweet initially, Patriot USA 76, a person I have no idea who it is, wanted me to see it. I happened to see it. I chose to investigate it. It took us about 4 hours with an editorial team to finally realize that we had the story down solid, and that the hack story really made it a very relevant news story that wasn't getting into it for the sake of the sordid nature of the story.
How do you verify the photographs if the person who sent it to you is someone that you don't know and that hasn't come forward?
Well, you're going to have to ask that question of ABC News as well. We both did. It was sent by his emails. We've seen that they came from his email account. So if he's sending stunt doubles, that would be very interesting. But it certainly looks like him.
What's been your correspondence with this person who apparently is the one that found and started this?
With which person?
With Patriot?
There's these are two separate issues. They're completely separate issues, okay? One is the Patriot one who saw the initial tweet, which apparently came from his tweet deck. I think we found out that the Y-Frog hacking potential has been, so nobody's really doubting that came from him. So that was the story that happened on May 27th. We're talking about the story that's happening now with this woman who is planning to come forward to talk about this. She can get into the specifics about their relationship and the exchange of photographs between them.
You want to find the hack story on May 27th, and you're certainly believing that Weiner himself sent some pictures to this woman 10 days prior.
I find the hacks story specious, especially since he doesn't want to get to the bottom of it. Why is it the person who's been accused of being the hacker, me, wants an investigation? Why is it the person who's been hacked and who thinks I'm to blame for his peril doesn't want an investigation? That's some basic math that I think you guys all understand, that I'm allowed to speculate, when I'm being accused of a crime. I'm allowed to speculate. I think that he's the one who has more questions to answer than I do. That's enough. Thank you very much.